Okay, hopefully this is working. Did it? Oh, I don't know what it's about. So I couldn't connect, so hopefully this thing's working. Yeah, it says I am. Yep, it's 24 years. A little over 24 years with Mama Bear. Our anniversary here next day. So, yep, she's put up with me for that long. Let's see. There we go. Take that off. You got that right, insane. Oh, how's the weather treating everybody else? It's cold, wet, rainy. It's starting to misty rain again right now. So, yeah. Went with Mama Bear. Went and had a good dinner today, and she may or may not join us tonight. So, oh man. Hey, Camper Mike. Yeah, this weather is all messed up everywhere. No, kids were out yesterday and did some mowing. Oh, you hadn't seen this yet, Mike, huh? Yeah. You know, I'm getting a lot of people telling me they like me better like this. The only complaint is they said I shorten my beard too much. Uh, so, hey, can't win them all. The kids were out and mowed yesterday, and we moved some more stuff around. And okay. Well, yeah, you've been out off on your vacation eating good fire cooked food. I seen your post. I've been checking in a little bit more on Facebook than normal, but had a lot of interest in that old square body truck, but nobody's come through and got it. Yeah, you know, cats I think are almost medical doctors. The cat out here when I'm hurting really bad, he'll go right to where I'm hurting and sit there and just start massaging it. So yeah, yeah, I've kind of been sitting around. I've had a lot of inquiries about the old body, and so far nobody's come through. So I pulled some more junk. I'm getting quite a pile out there, and uh, might have to load it up. Wish the price was better. Didn't recognize that vehicle. Oh, yep. Well, he's getting water inside his new shop. Oh, 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 that would oh, that would put me over the edge. I kind of wondered when he shot that one video and you could see daylight from the inside. I'm like, that's not sealed up, boys. Wow. Just because it went up in the day doesn't mean it's good, I guess. That bites. I hope they can, hope they stand behind it and make it right for him. Yeah. Yeah, I've been sitting here answering messages and can't getting any dealing done. So I haven't messed with the coyote motor the last couple of days because the last few days I feel like I've been walking around on two broken feet, literally. Um, when Mama Bear's foot would pop like that, found out her bone in her foot had stress fractured. I'm starting to wonder if I ain't got two of those in my feet. But oh well, I get up, keep going, keep looking away. It's all a person can do. So yep. That being my luck, I'd get a brand new house built and something would leak. Yeah, I ain't got all that weight up there. After we coming back from dinner, I rubbed it across. And I'm like, why is that sore there? And I'm like thinking, what did I do there? Oh yeah, I bounced my head off a snowball's hood the other day. The only thing about not having all that hair up there, it's a direct hit right to the skull. And, so yep, that is it. Well, some interesting results with that old 350. Exhaust temps varied quite a bit on that motor. From 800 to 400 to 600 to 700, all over the place. Nothing's really consistent, but you do a compression test. Compression test wise, it says it's good. Tried doing a leak down test, but I was getting tired when I was doing it, and according to leak down, it says it's bad. So I don't know. I had to redo it. So I don't know what. I've had a few people say do a tune up to it, see if it changes, and I'm like, hell, I don't know. I know the motor's got to come down and be checked out. I want to see because I want to know what cam I stuck in that, and I want the part numbers off those pistons to see what they were. Well, here I've got 7 showing on the tablet, and I see 3 and 2 dislikes. But now I got 8 people and three likes there. So YouTube, yeah, there's only 7 people in here. Reminds me I should let him know. My buddy, YouTube doesn't know to notify him anymore. He says. There we go. There you go, insane. That'll keep you out of trouble or get you in the trouble. One of the 2 or 3 or 4. Welcome back, Mike. You're the 8th person that keeps bumping in and out there, evidently. So how's everybody else doing out there? Trying to decide what I'm going to do with that old coyote motor. Okay. That old 350 after I'm done with it. I don't know. Ah. Oh, you done camping now, Mike? You back home? Seen your supper you cooked the other night. Oh, that looked good. No more vacation for you, huh? Hey, David. Oh, how you doing, Dave? What brought you to Iowa today? Need a little more rain? Oh, this weather. Things are crazy. Oh, there we go. People are figuring out I'm on now. YouTube finally probably said, hey, guess what? Baldy's on. At least my grandkids didn't do like my kids when I had my hair cut like this. They didn't bawl at me. Mason kind of like, oh, wait a second. Grandpa looks like me now. The old dog thought she was still out. Hey, roadside, how you doing? Hey, 56 Crown Vic, how you doing? Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what everybody's telling me. Went to church today. No wonder it's raining. Went to church today and had some uh, uh, older ladies said that they like this look on me better than having hair. So I'm getting old, I guess. When the old ladies say I start looking better bald than I do with hair, yeah, yeah. Elk 56, that's about all I can do. Ugh. Ain't there a wise tell if it rains on a wedding that's in trouble or something? I don't. And when Mama Bear and I got married, it was dry. Yeah. The guy that married us finally said, "Oh, it was about time." Well, uh, yeah, I've remembered the hat, but the backside of the neck, yeah, that didn't feel too good after pulling the motor out of the coyote. So yeah, yep. I moved my gray O2 up by the shop. I might start tearing that apart this week since I'm stuck on everything else. Actually, to finish the one LS motor, that 5.3, I need parts, and since that motor's got to come out, I'll just steal them off that one. Oh, were you that bad, Mike? Hey, James, how you doing? Yep. Well, actually, tomorrow's the official day, but 24 years. I looked at her today. I said, "Where did the 24 years go?" It seems like we just met here a couple years ago. In 24 years' time, we got 2 kids, 3 grandkids, and Squirrel says she's going to be a senior. So, one more year of school. And we get Squirrel shipped off. The Mama Bear and I can, excuse me, uh, Mama Bear and I can hop in the car and take off. Oh, that's a lot of rain, Dave. It seems like you guys got it all. I missed us yesterday. Kids and I were trying to mow like crazy out here, and the first round around with the lawnmower, son, he didn't do it, but bearing locked up on the deck and sent a pulley out from underneath it, and it took us a while to figure out where it came from, and finally figured out the deck. So I grabbed the other one that is broke. We pulled the deck off that. So after I got the deck off that, I looked up underneath because I thought, well, see, the transmission quit moving in that one. Well, I think the rear end's out. Luckily, I got a spare rear end, so yeah. Oh, if your holy water sizzling when it hits your skin, that's not a good sign, Mike. Oh, yeah. If you guys are boiling holy water, yeah. Okay. Oh, boy. So, yeah. So, yeah, I might start dismantling that gray truck and then get start getting working on that frame, transfer what I can from that truck to the other frame, and see if we can get her put together. Yeah, yeah, Mike, you missed a yeah. Hey, Mike, Matt. Hey there, Matt. Yeah, yeah. Snowball shot me the other day with antifreeze. Oh, Snowball! I'm about ready to wrap that truck about around a tree or something. Cause uh, get the town book gas in it because they're going to drive it, and yeah, come back out. It's peeing on the ground. What the? To the bone on you. Not good. They're insane. I'm gonna have to check out Matt's video now and see what it is. Oh man, I bet you that guy trying to get out of a drippy building into a nice dry one and have the nice dry one. Oh man. Maybe that was the maybe that's the fog that rolled through the other night. It wasn't actually fog, it was just steam from Matt there. Oh yep. Yeah, you got a few videos there, Mike. Kind of did some stuff. And the diagnosing on the old 350s got a lot of that video's got quite a few views. Jeepers, I can't talk here lately. See, I need to put some hair back on there. I'm getting too much oxygen into the brain. Starting to think straight. Yeah. Can't believe how much of a carbon cloud come off that motor when I started her on the stand. But she sure does sound good for being used and abused for 20 years. I got thinking about that. It was, it'd be going on, weird, yeah, 19 years. Because this building wasn't very old because I said I'd never put a vehicle in here because my buddy goes, why'd you put that garage door on there? You'll be working on cars in there. Oh, no, I won't. I'm glad I didn't bet him because I would have had to be paying him. He was right. I don't think the building was very old when we put that truck in here. Yeah. I'll tell you this, next time I know a motor's going into a vehicle that I know is going to be rode very hard and put away wet, every bolt's getting Loctite on it. I can't believe how many bolts were either missing or broke off. That was crazy. I'm really surprised the oil pan wasn't smashed in from all the stuff he's done with that truck. So yeah, if it continues to rain, I might go ahead and tear that motor down and get it inspected to see what I need. Actually, I might have enough stuff on hand to do that. Now that I think about it, I do have one more set of camber rings. I got some rings. I know I got a gasket set that'll work on that. So it'd be interesting to see how my father-in-law's work from 20 years ago did. He would have been the one that did up those heads. Would have been about the last of what he'd done for me. Well, heck, you really got lucky there, Mike. Didn't have to bring that home and find a place for it. That was nice of him. Oh, you did. Okay. Holy crud! Insane. That don't look bad. I won't. Oh, business coupe. Hell yeah, that'd be a cool car for you. That'd be a cool car. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Hey, Ken, how you doing? Hey, Guy, how you doing? Ah, okay. Well, we're doing pretty good. I gotta go somewhere tomorrow and get some insulin somehow. I've been out since yesterday morning, so I'm not as I don't know. Yeah, gotta get some more on. Uh, so yeah, so I should up. Oh yeah, uh, that might be a little bit of a troublemaker for you. Hey, Calvin, how you guys? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good here. I'm going to check the weather forecast. See. Daily. What's next? Oh. Well, maybe I'll be tearing down that old 350 after all. It's not looking good for this next week's weather, or this week's weather. Yeah, yeah, get rid of that BMW. get something, get something neat again. So, Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what my next move is going to be, what I'm going to work on again. And like I was saying, I moved vehicles around. Kind of got a little spot out back. I'm going to take my torch one of these days and torch apart some stuff and tear some stuff apart out back and uh, get it all loaded up and hauled out of here. Really wish the iron price would go up, but it's going down again. Yeah, he's driving one of those, Mike. Oh, God dang it. Who was I talking? Matt, who was that you? I see another one of our YouTubers kind of had a meeting of the minds. He's kind of decided that, and he made a Mr. Fireman, I think it was. He's can't always be in a rush in life, is what he's finally said. It just got to sit back and take time, and that was last night. We had the grandkids sleep over last night, and Grandma thought she was going to get to see. Well, Grandma pretty got much two out of the three grandkids. My little Mason, he was my buddy because Grandpa was watching stuff on semis, and that kid for 2 years old is a semi nut. I got a couple of relatives that got a semi. I want to see if I can get him a ride in a semi. That kid is head over heels in love with semis and big trucks and tow trucks. So, hey Mike, how you doing? Seen you've been helping out your brother there, getting motors swapped around, and number 5 was sure being no pump on that old motor of his, wasn't it? It's been a long time since I've seen him testing, almost look brand new. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Mason was Grandpa's little boy last night. Uh, oh, he made Grandpa about hurt yesterday. He stepped backwards, tripped over, and landed on a chunk of concrete right on his left little hip. Oh, instant tears. And then he was crying too. I mean, that made me hurt. Oh, he didn't have a bruise yet last night, but I'm sure it's going to be bruised today because I couldn't even begin the move to get him. He was, by the time I realized he was going down, oh, that hurt. But he, he has two speeds, either not moving or you ain't going to catch him. Teddy bear. Yeah, I know that song. Yeah, he's so I don't know where Mason got his love of semis, but he sure loves them. And I guess they went to see a squirrel at work, and they were trying to eat there, and he wouldn't eat his food because too many semis coming in and out. Semi. That kid's a semi nut. So who knows? Maybe he'll grow up and work on them or drive them someday. That'd be cool to see him get into a field like that. So, yeah. Otherwise, told one of you guys earlier that I didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight because I'm just kind of lost. I mean, not the only thing I could do tonight would start tearing down that 350, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. Fried beer tacos. No, I don't know. We ate Mexican, what, 2 weeks ago? They didn't sit too good. But then I know I've been, excuse me, worrying about stuff, and that's the guy I watched last night. Basically says life's too short to sit there and be in a constant rush, and He's right. Insane found that out. His body told him, "Hey, you're going to slow down." So I think mine's been trying to tell me that too. So today, basically, all I've done is sit around and watch TV and looked at a couple of things. No, I told Mama Bear she was going to go back home and sleep today. So hopefully she's either here and hiding and waiting, or who knows. I thought, like I said, I had 7 people contact me. I put an ad up for that old square body, and 7 people contacted me. And, I put the location where I'm at and all that. And evidently, people just don't read the ads. They see, and then they try dealing with you. Then they find out, oh, you're an hour or two away. Oh, it was in the ad. I had a couple of local guys and messaging back, and with the message service, you can see when they see it, and they hadn't even looked. So, oh well. If not, hate to, but should get winched up under the truck, loaded up, and the place that you pull it won't even take it because it doesn't have a motor in it. They want a whole vehicle, and the way they figure that is they get the whole vehicle. They're going to make a lot of money off it. Oh man. Well, it's a 6. He got ran out of Texas a couple of times now, a couple of different towns in town. What did I say? A couple of times in towns because people show up and start doing burnouts and getting rowdy and getting them kicked out. Yeah. Yeah. Matt there, he's been scoping out and finding hellacious deals. I wish I could go get a few of those that he finds. So you guys that are in here, I know there's not many. What for ideas you got? What should I do with that old Coyote motor? That old 350. Got a SK3H 15-inch long. No, I don't. I know a lot of the good old SK stuff is getting hard to find. I know I got a couple of things that I went to on Facebook. I tried joining it. They wouldn't let me join it. So the SK site on Facebook, and there's one thing I bought for next to nothing, and the same thing on that site was selling for $90. I was like, you kidding me? So yeah, I can't even remember what it was now. Oh, you got it yesterday. Oh, okay. Hey Nick, how you doing? Build another dirt track. Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I want to get the tranny out of that truck, but like I said, if the guys would come through, somebody comes through, I'll get enough out of it. If not, then like I said, train and transfer case will come out, and the rest of it will go. Oh, Nick, I'm not doing too bad. I'm not pushing daisies, and I'm on the right side of the dirt. I'm on the top side, so we're doing good there. But yeah, hey, guy, I'd like to build another But the one guy that was interested in a dirt motor, they got his motor running again, so just waiting see. As for me just doing it to do it, that's not doable right now. Anyway, that motor that came out of the 85 originally was a 69 245 or 255 horsepower 350. And it wouldn't take much to put it back to it. All I got to do is change the oil pan and take the block adapter off. And but yeah, when I seen I was like, you keep ripping the gears out of your half. Well, you can't use a 12-foot cheater there, Matt. I know somebody mad. Oh, then I had the, you know, if this person's watching, I don't know if they can anymore or not, but somebody made a comment and says, well, do you have a name for your wife, or is it just somebody that you drag around and use? I was like, really? That was one comment I got hit with today. No, she goes by Mama Bear, if you're watching. She doesn't want her real name out on the internet, so she wasn't upset being called wife at the time or anything. So, yeah, I had to deal with that today. So, yeah. That's why there's nicknames and that, because some people don't want their whole name out there. So, my dad used to call SK Slip and Cuss, so I do have some of his old SK. Thieves didn't get it all. But, and, oh, I gotta get some water. I'm going to give you the correct numbers for that motor too. After I finally figured out not to use my phone, because every time I tried doing the compression test the other day to the old 350, somebody would call me and screw me up where I was. So, and max compression on cylinder number 1 was 130. Cylinder number 3 was 135. Number 5 was 134.5. Number 7 was 132.1. Number 2 was 132.3. Number 4 was 127.9. Number 6 was 131.8. And number 8 was 132.3. That was the correct numbers after I got smart and put the app on the tablet. So, yeah. Compression-wise, that motor's saying it's doing pretty good. So, for 20 years of abuse, that was really good. I seen your video. The casting number I think is familiar. I think that might be the same as my 350 that I'm doing. Oh, did I do that, Dave? I hope not. uh, the on your heads there that you ran, we need the long number to know what those castings are. What you showed was the date code earlier in your video, and uh yeah, the longer casting number on heads will tell that, and then I got to look up the others yet. I hadn't done that yet. But yeah, and I see that. Well, Mike, I can tell you that motor there is at least, trying to remember what year they started the right hand dipsticks. That was 8081 and newer. Or was it 85? And that's why we converted that block. I don't know. Early to mid 80s is when they went to the right hand dipsticks. Okay, that's good, Dave. Oh, I missed what you said. Just a second, boy. Oh. Nah. All right, see you later, 56. Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, those numbers were a lot better. It made a lot more sense. And here's what I like about that program, too. You could put in all the info, notes, everything in. So that's going to, if I continue doing what I'm doing, that'll be real handy to do. It's getting a little harder to keep going. I'm trying to figure out something else to do. So yeah, I'm really thinking about tearing the gray truck down, get the motor out of that so I can finish this LS motor in here. And actually, I'll probably have those heads redone off that truck. And then keep my two good sets of heads. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that old motor. I've discussed the ideas of maybe trying to do a raffling off, or I don't know. I know YouTube's making it harder and harder for you to do something like that through here, but I don't know. So, but I don't know if anybody wants one for me. So I mean, so I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to figure out something. It's going to really be interesting to see how what I done from 19 years ago or so. What did I change in doing from back then to what we're doing nowadays? That's the cool factor. And that is a survive. As far as I know, that's the only survivor of the old motors I've done. You see the raffles for diesels? No, I haven't. Being it's a 69 block, it's probably, I think it was a 4 bolt. I think actually when I built that motor, it was supposed to be a backup for the race car. And I'm pretty sure it's a 4 bolt. So that's why I should get it on the engine stand and get it tore down and see what things are. Because Tony, he looked it up and he found out it was a 1969 350 that came out of a C10 to C35. So that should have been a 4 bolt main coming out of the big trucks. Yeah, that's what I've thought about too, Guy, is keep it and have it on the engine stand when I don't need the engine stand, and when I feel like hearing it, I can go over fire it up until I find a special car to put it in. I mean, actually could put it in the Camaro, but the Camaro's a lot of body work needed. It just, all I know is all this body work and all these metal repair I want to get done. I better get going on it because, man, I'm getting old fast. Oh, getting old fast. I, when they told me that time flies the older you get, I was like, yeah, huh? Yeah, I could do that too. Hey, there we go. Michael mounted in the back of my truck, and when neighbors upset me, I'll just bring the truck home with that in there and go out about the 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and fire her up. Give everybody a wake up call. Be better than hearing a train. What the heck? Those big air horns, those shit air horns that people up and have air compressors and blow them. Yeah. It does, Mike. It really, really does. Mike, you with a set of train horns, you'd be on America's Most Wanted. Well, if I kind of had a little birdie tell me something, and if that family member actually comes through with what she wants to do, that would be cool. Then I would put that motor in said family member's car. So, just a second. Car door. Yep, I did. I did. Ouch, son of. I did. I did hear a car door. My asparagus hunter. I heard a vehicle. There's Mama Bear. Hey, she made it. Hey, Mama. Yeah, we'll get the Camaro going. There you guys go. And happy anniversary again, dear. Oh. Yep, she snuck in. She's been sitting here long enough to know what we were talking about. That's it. We started talking about the Camaro. Got her going. Yep. Thank you, dear. Yeah. Yeah, we just brought up the Camaro. Yeah, we brought up the Camaro, and there she is. Yeah. Squirrel says she's trying to find an old car for me to rebuild for her, is what it is. I ain't supposed to know that, so. Watch, this will be the video that Squirrel watches. So, yeah. Yep. Hey, Mama Bear, were you in here when I was talking about how one gal was complaining I call you the wife or the Mama Bear? Yeah, that person is no longer allowed on the channel. Oh, that's right. Yeah, graduation. I forgot. Squirrel's out with graduation. Not her graduation. Her friends. Yeah, about the time you get into enjoying your vacation, it's time to come home, right, Mike? So yeah. I don't know though, Mama. I should probably find you some nice old Chevy pickup and redo for you. That way you won't have to crawl down and crawl out of the Camaro. Nah, we'll keep them. We gotta have the Camaro and one of the Monte Carlos. That's good. Now at least you didn't find no leaks in your camper. When I get down here, I'm going to look for that video where Matt talks about getting water in it. Oh, man. Hey, Mama. One of our fellow YouTubers had a new shop built, and he's getting water in it. Not even, what, a week old? Maybe two. Hey, Gary, how you doing? I was just kicking back, having some fun. Just doing our normal hangout, trying to get some ideas bounced off everybody on. Yeah, sponge, yeah. On what to do and So yeah. See, Squirrels also made the comment she'd like a pickup. And the one day she drove my pickup to school, she really didn't want to give me my pickup back. And I've kind of thought about that with the gray pickup too. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, simple things like that wasn't too bad then, Mike. I don't know. I've never been camping in a camper. I've gone camping in a tent, but I don't think I'd get off the ground now. I don't care how many sponges I'd have under me. I wouldn't be able to get up. Now, I've seen a redneck setup that was kind of cool. Park two pickups back to back and stretch a tarp over that and then sleep in the back of the trucks. Now, I can get out of that. Okay. I guess I don't know. I have to check in that a little more. Maybe we'll have to raffle off a motor or something. I don't know. Oh, the reason that motor come out, Tyler, is because I wanted my motor back. That is one of the surviving motors I built from years ago. And as far as I know, the only one left from 20 years ago. And I just wanted the motor. I didn't want the rest of the truck, but I had to get the whole truck to get the motor. So, and it's got some oil leaks in that. It needed to come out either way, but I don't want the old square body, so that's why it came out. I'm trying to find a new home for the old square body for somebody else to rebuild, but yeah, I got enough projects around here. Actually, the way I've been thinking too, some of the projects might disappear. Hey Howard, how you doing? Hey Sean, how you doing? Just kicking back. Started my live stream normal time for once. So yeah, if anybody wants that old square body, come and get her. I mean, uh, contact me and we'll work out a deal, and you can come get the thing because if it ain't gone here this week, it'll probably be gone. Yeah, kind of enjoying it. I am, except for the sun's still so strong. Old boat motor. Oh, yeah, yeah. That well, yeah. I kind of want to compare to the kind of work I did back 20 years ago, and see why that motor lasted 20 years. I mean, that was a '69 motor, and it probably sat here for a while before I rebuilt it back at the time. Oh, the old motor. Oh, okay. Well, there you go, Matt. You can, yeah. I know I hate to kill really hate to kill the truck, but I know all the parts are out there. LMC got them, and uh, somebody pointed me out. I thought it took longer, but they were right. I started at 12:38, and by one something we had the front end off the truck. So now the only problem is getting it out to you there, Matt. I'm not sure when I want to tear the motor down. I got enough playing around, and right now it still runs, and I'm still trying to figure out why that sucked the radiator hoses down like it did. That's the first time it's happened on that engine stand. That was weird to see. So I don't know. Hey Andrew, it's going. It's a going. It's wet, rainy. Oh, excuse me. I'm finding out I can't eat onions. Seems like every time I eat onions, yeah. Oh, I tell you, when I first cut this off and I had my hat on, that back there, woo, a little bit of sun ray hit that. It's like, whoa, that's hot. That's hot. Onions or peppers, yeah. Peppers once in a blue moon. And I'm finding out if they're cooked, it hits me faster. If they're not really cooked, it's not too bad. Yeah, I seen you sent that link, and evidently I must not mess back. It didn't let me see it. It said I didn't have permission to view it. So, yeah, I didn't get to see that, Andrew. Ouch. Yeah, that's why I'm still patching my glasses. Squirrel just did get her new glasses, so she sees better. Uh, yeah. Yeah, Mama Bear and I both like watermelon, but we can't do it. No, no way. That, for me, watermelon rates right up there with orange juice. I love orange juice. I'd rather drink battery acid, won't hurt as bad. Hey, Mike, you're making an eye appointment. Make one for me, too. Oh, okay, Andrew. Yeah, I don't know if it's a new Facebook thing or what. There's been a lot of stuff that's been shared to me, and it says, you don't have permission to view it. I don't know. The other day, I guess when I was shooting a video, I didn't hear, but Mama Bear is screaming into the phone, "Hey, hello, hey!" I get done with shooting the video, and I'm like, "Well, the radio ain't on in the truck," and I hear this voice, and yeah, my phone pocket dialed Mama Bear. Hey, Mike, maybe you can get volume discount on eye appointments. Uh, you got a couple more. Tell them, hey, got a bunch of people. Bring them in. Can we get a volume discount? Yeah, just go local. The gas getting out to you would kill the deal. I still say we got to throw you in a plane and bring you back here. Yeah, I didn't bet dialer. Mama Bear must have slipped out on us. I figured we would have had a comment out of that one. Oh well. I suppose the kids, somebody probably called her. When she's at home, she uses her phone. Oh, she's still here. Okay. Yeah, I know you're tired, Mama. Okay, Andrew. Yeah. Heck, we just fly you out, put you up in the local motel. Or we put you in a tent and let you sleep with the skunk. Which hopefully we're going to get shot my neighbor's been shooting skunks left and right here lately. We got an overrun of skunks around here this year, so haven't been too many coyote hunters got the coyotes and foxes, and now the skunks have kind of gotten up there. I haven't had my phone do a text yet, but it's done 2 phone calls. One to Mama Bear, and I don't know if the other one answered or not. Right? Yeah, I thought I'd do a show, go and do my show tonight, and I cleaned up yesterday. I was I was bad. After working on the motor and everything, I just left everything lay where it was. Crank with lube there. Surprised Judy hasn't showed up in here. She usually gets in here too. Oh well. I know the last few weeks we've kind of been off schedule, missed a night or late, and oh well. No, hard to believe. And if a squirrel did good, one more year, we'd be at graduation right now. We would have been at graduation. Can't believe. My youngest is about ready to graduate. That's scary. That is scary in a way. Holy moly. You dropped your phone in the campfire? I wonder if they got insurance to get that for phone. What did you do? Well, I was cooking, you see, and the phone decided to just jump right out and get in the grill with it. Okay. They'd be looking at you like, uh huh. Oh. So yeah, I guess if anybody's got any good ideas what to do for a motor, or maybe have for a drawing or a raffle or whatever, yeah, like I was too sexy for my shirt the other day. Dang, you got cat-like reflexes to get it out of the fire that fast? Or maybe, or was your ribs trying to dial 911? Oh, fell on the edge. Okay. Yeah, I've dropped my phone a few times. Luckily, my case is doing its job, but my case is starting to lose pieces of air. So one of these times I'm going to drop it in the snare. Best ribs you made. Oh, that's good, Mike. I've ate ribs, but I don't know. I don't care for ribs like I used to when I was younger. Barbecued ribs when I was younger. Oh man, I was there. Yep. See, that's the other thing I kicked around, and my one buddy thinks I'm nuts. That's one thing I've kicked around with the old square body is to save the running gear, throw the body away, and get some tubing and make a 2-seater farm running truck. Game onions. Uh, Dave's Farm Tanker. That'd be cool. Get Mama. get Mama Bear in the passenger seat of that thing and go through the water hole, get mud splashing and everything. I doubt we'd get that done. She didn't like being a little AMC wagon going through the ditch in the snow. I thought she was going to have her oldest right there in the guy's car. Yeah. So yeah, right now my plans I'm thinking are starting to work on the gray truck again. Maybe get the parts Camaro up here and start stripping that down too. Bagging and taking the parts as we take them off. And well, yeah, maybe you wouldn't freak out so bad this time. Hey, man. Hey, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I will just cut the body off that old truck and build some kind of rig out of it for the farm here. Oh. There we go. A little too much. Oh, light ain't on. I gotta lean forward a little bit. Yeah, the only problem is between Snowball and that old 85, they really done something different with the cabs because Snowball I fit in fine. L square body, and we won't talk about that. uh, Deals of a guy too that was a big boy, and all he did is sit there in his chair and start wiggling around, and he's dropped quite a few pounds. And just a second. I heard something. uh, Sorry about that. I'm back, Sean. I heard it down and had to go see what it was. So come here. Come here. Yeah. Say hi. See yourself in there? Can you say hi? Come here, semi boy. Come here. Come here. Mason, come here. Come say hi. Mason's being shy. There. Oh, find me that way. You guys out cruising?
Yeah, we're on our way to go get Mom.
Oh. Yep. Grandpa's getting mud all over too. Grandpa will have to vacuum tomorrow. So the floor don't get all dirty. Whoa! Oh, can you set that up, Lily?
You are safe.
Come here, Mason. Come here. Sit on this. That won't fall. Come here. Oh, you little stinker. Cab over Mason. Yeah, there you go. If it's a semi, he's happy. Silver Lake. Ooh, okay. Silver Lake. You know, I wonder how close we were to you when we went to Port Huron. I brought the flashlight in today. Uh, hey, there you go. Oh, heck, you ain't old enough to even know that show. I did? Oh, okay. Well, I did I? Mason could be the next BJ and the Bear. No, hey, don't shine it at everybody. That's going in their faces at their computers. Don't do that, Goofy. Say hi to Grandma. Grandma's in here, too. Yeah, Grandma's on here. See, right there's her name. Say hi, Grandma. Grandma said, hi, Peanut. See, Grandma can see you if you stand up. Wave at Grandma. Go, hi, Grandma. You want to see Grandma, Mason? Mason, he doesn't know what to think of this stuff. Grandma says, love ya. Goofy kids. Oh, man. It's not a semi. Right? Where did you like semis when you were a kid too, Justin?
No.
That Mason's got an absolute love for semis. Maybe he'll get the girl up and either build them or drive them. Silver Lake on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I want to take Mama Bear back to Port Huron again. I like that area. I think Mama Bear did too. All I know is this time we're not going to be in a hurry, and I'm not going to trip over an imaginary drop off either, like last time. And no, I hadn't been drinking either.
You have water out there now.
Yeah. That's only an hour from you. Okay. Oh, you want me to build a Mad Max plow truck out of that? Okay. That could be interesting. I know. Too bad Iron Man didn't have the camera rolling when I did that. That would have been that could have been $1 million winner. I got almost had the name of the restaurant was walking out after we met Iron Man, and I was walking out and I took a step over. I seen the yellow paint. I thought I was meaning there's a drop off, so I tried to step down on a drop off and it's flat ground. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh. You gotta quit making it rain, dude.
Well, I wish for snow, but it's not coming through yet.
You start wishing for snow. I got plenty of heavy objects in here to beat you with. I don't know. Iron Man, he's doing good. He just talked to me the other day. He's supposed to go for another round of tests. Him and my another buddy back here are having trouble with severe headaches. So Roger, his work schedule's changed. I think he now gets Tuesdays and Thursdays off. No more weekend stuff. No, it wasn't crack. It was. Oh, what the heck was that? They sold them at Walmart too. Oh God, what the heck was the name of that shop or burger's place? Bob Evans. There you go. Yeah, Bob Evans. They had the yellow paint to mark the high spot on the concrete, and I thought it was a step. Yeah, Bob Evans. we talked about going to Crackle Barrel, but yeah. Then Iron Man, he was wishing that they would have taken longer to. They had a mission to go. They were on a road trip too. They took the ferry across the lakes over to his uncle's and then back around. So yeah, they put a lot of miles on that trip. But, yep. Hopefully, Iron Man can get here. He's talked about coming here for a weekend or a week because he's got other YouTubers in the area that he knows that he wants to go see. So hopefully, maybe things will work out and we can get him and have him here and do a live show with him once. What was that? Oh. Yeah, Iron Man was getting quite a bit better than he and I guess uh, his complaint after having his heart attack, whatever he's having, his hands are cold. Uh, no, Bill Steam Action never did get out there. What you doing, kiddos? What you doing?
Grandpa, you left this here.
Yeah, I found that.
What was it?
It was in your old truck.
What?
Your dad's old truck. The old Ford. The red one. It was still in there. I looked through there one day and. Yeah. Come here, Mason. I can't get Mason to come see us. I know Mama Bear would like to go up to Canada and take a train ride. I'd like to take her mom with too. Oh, you want to be? There you are. Oh, there he is. Hey. Yep, there's no semi, so is there?
I see my.
That's you.
Do you see my pretty shirt?
It's on your timeline.
Oh God. Yeah. See, that's what I was trying to get you to do, bud. Can you say hi? Hey, wave at Grandma. She's watching. Hey, Grandma says, "Hey, there's my babies." Mason's going in his head. How can Grandpa do that? Because look at here, Mason. Mason, look here. You're up here too. He's like, I'm out of here. uh,
I see Mason.
Grandma said she had a great sleepover with you. Meanness? There ain't no meanness in this sweet little angel.
Grandpa washed my shirt. Say match.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You changed colors. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. Here. You pet it that way. You got a smiley face. Now let me try it again. Then you go this way. It glares. It's kind of a cool shirt.
That one Grandma put me on.
Grandma put that on you? That's kind of neat. Oh, kiddo.
Hey, I got on here. Grandpa, leave this off.
Oh, well, you got her things to. Yeah, she's got a lot of Grandma's assets. Ah, that's kind of scary. Ah, I'm blind. Hey, there you are. uh, What's that link for, roadside?
Good for you.
Yeah, if she takes after her grandma, we're all in trouble. uh, okay. Well, she'll be just as lovable as you, dear. No, I didn't wear my holy bibs. You got to stick again. You can't pull that off. There you go.
What a flashlight.
Can you get it? Can you get it? Oh, when did you get so tall?
I want this.
I think your computer's behind.
Yeah, legs. The computer
I
does.
want this.
What? What do you want, buddy?
I did that
You want
because I'm
juice?
a baby.
Yeah.
Mason.
I don't.
Juice? Well, maybe we can go to Casey's a little early and we can get you some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Me 3?
No.
What? Hey, you got big on like me, buddy. All right. Hey, you get what's up? Yeah. Come here, buddy.
Well, Grandpa.
What?
Where's Grandpa?
There's the Minnie Mouse.
Where's Where's Grandma?
Come here. Okay, he wants to come say hi now. Hey, Grandpa's twin. Look at that. We both bought. Hey, where's your beard, buddy? He's got his bibs. I got my bibs. Yeah. Got the same haircut, don't we?
Haircut.
Yeah, I got a haircut like you, don't I?
And my daddy. And my dad.
Uh,
And my dad.
yes, we know, Lily. We heard you. Yep. Hey, you're buzzy. Eee. Look at there. There's oh, see, that's you.
Where's Grandma?
She's sitting there talking now, cause she's still there. Oh, bud. Do you like semis?
Yep.
Yup. You want to have a semi of your own?
What is
Yeah.
Grandma?
She talks in the chat. No, his bibs ain't holy yet. He hasn't warm out.
Mommy has a tattoo. You're Roger, Grandpa.
Yeah.
You're Roger.
I'm not Roger. I'm Grandpa.
Where is Roger?
He's at home or at work. I don't know. Oshkosh bagosh.
Look the ass.
What?
I'm get in. I'm go in.
Did you guys hear him? Oh my. I wish I could take that frame and make it a Mason. When he pointing his finger at told me he's going to whip my ass.
Really?
Yeah. Who's been saying that, Dad?
He must listen to me when I play my games.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, well, I think Mama Bear. I think Mason's got more of you in it. Oh my. You wouldn't say that now, would you? That's good. There you go. Oh. That was almost too. Uh, Mom Bear for the win. Yep. Uh-huh. Hey, Dad, I think your kids have hit the tape recorder stage. Why you? Gotcha. I gotcha. Hey, I don't want you to fall. Whoa, bud. Stand up. I don't want you to fall. I don't want you falling. Hey, I want to get your butt.
Did you finish mowing?
No. But by the time I thought about going out and doing it, start sprinkling again. I'm like, never mind. No, I didn't finish mowing today. Oh, don't get that. Oh, wait. You're starting to knot it up there, kid.
No, we have lights in here.
Okay, there you go.
Grandpa, I want a fan on.
We don't need the fan on.
Really? Should we go to Casey's?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys better come tell me bye. And I need my flashlight back. You can't see my flashlight. Here, arms up. Trying to make you taller. Oh, I think I made you taller. Okay. Bye, buddy.
And Mason don't cry.
See you later. Hey, you be my good boy.
No.
Otherwise, I'm going to get your butt.
No.
Yeah. Hey, watch this. Little bit. See you later.
Bye.
Love ya.
Okay.
All right. Whoa. What? Hey, see you later, alligator. What, Joe? I'll send Grandma over to see you. What's the matter, Justin?
Oh, yeah, grease in his hair.
Oh.
Must have fuzz.
Oh. All right. You guys be good.
Mason's walking up his.
Oh, God. All right, you guys be careful. Yeah. If it's, yeah, I'll hunt you down. I know where you live. Oh, man. That little Mason. That. Oh, boy. They keep you young, or they make you old, or both. Mom Bear? Gonna have to start using soap. Dad gets pretty wound up in his video games he plays, and evidently he's starting to pay attention. Get her cooled down before it gets heated up. Yep. Yeah, they're making me old. Oh, I'd like to be able to go through and find that moment when Mason turned and pointed at me and cut. That'd be a neat little thumbnail. Oh, that little stinker. Almost flashback to seeing my dad doing that. Our parents were never mean. Yeah. Oh, God, guys. It's not a problem about it raining. I track mud in. Then I end up having to vacuum the floor and everything. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess anybody out here heard of Arm Drop Raceway? I did. We got something coming too. Kind of cool. It'll be kind of cool. Oh, let's see. I mean, we've only gone an hour and a half. That's it. It seems like it's been longer tonight. I guess Mason and Ian everybody's starting to ask if they're twins because Mason, he's not getting very tall. He's kind of staying our short little firecracker. Okay. Yeah, Armstrong. Oh, not a whole lot of just sitting around trying to figure out what the next thing to do or sell or trying to get some more extra work going on. It's really dried up. It's so yeah, I got a lot on the mind, but no easy answers. Beaver. Yeah, it just kind of getting to the point where I really don't want to tear any more apart because there ain't no way of finishing anything I tear apart. The only one thing I would tear apart is that gray truck. Get that, like I said, get the old motor out so I can get the parts I need to finish that new motor. So I can either put it in the gray truck or put it in my brown truck. So I know it will stay running. $11.11. So yeah, just trying to figure out some things to do and ways of getting them done, and all I can do. Wake up, keep trying to plug away. That's all a person can do. No, it's the other O2 that's been here for 3 years maybe. I don't remember when I got it. No, it can't be that long because 2 years. Yeah, I've thought about that roadside. But if I ain't got any projects, then what do I got to get up for, though? That's the thing. That's the thing. Granted, that old square body could have been a neat rebuild, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just lots of things to think about, and hopefully the government don't take it over because then it'll shut down. Heck, they couldn't even run a brothel out there. Well. I had a bunch. I ran an ad, giving that truck one more chance to be put together by somebody else. I've had 7 people contact me, but they must get excited when they see it, and then they don't look to see where it's at. Then when they realize where it's about an hour to 2 hours away, then they lose interest. So yeah, if somebody doesn't get it, that's what's going to go. I'll pull that 350 turbo and the transfer case out of it and send the rest of it to the crusher. I don't know what I'll do with the transfer case. The old 350 could be turned back into a car transmission. That's the only reason I want to keep it. And the old 350 turbos are getting fewer and further between. So, never thought I would see the day that car parts were so readily available back when I was working in the junkyards. Getting so scarce to find today. I mean, 20 years later, that stuff ain't around like it used to be. And I've sat here and kicked that idea around too, is just load up all the engine parts and everything I got here and just I'll do like my dad never understood, but after I explained to him what was happening, I had some cars that I tried selling parts off of, and then I caught these kids. They wouldn't pay me my price, but as soon as I'd haul them to the junkyard, they would go pay that guy's price and buy my same parts. And the kid tried buying some parts off Monte Carlo I had here, and I said, well, if they don't go, it's going up there. Well, something told me before it goes, make sure there isn't one usable piece on that car. So I literally took my dad's 706 and ran the car over. Front end, doors, rear quarters, trunk lid, hood, Even ran over the front clip was gone on that. And hey, Paul, thank you. And we bent the frame on the car even. Then I hauled it in. My dad was like, "What?" And I told him why. Well, that kid, he come down after I hauled that car, and he said, "Why did you destroy that car?" I said, "Well, if you ain't going to pay me for the parts, you ain't going to pay him either. I sold it for scrap, and that's what it went for." And the look on his face was priceless when he knew I figured out what he was doing. So thereafter, every car that went, when I decided it was going to the scrapyard, I'd take H in the loader bucket. Every piece of sheet metal got destroyed on that. Bent the frames. So, yep. And that's where I'm at. If I decide to do that with these engine blocks, there'll be a sledgehammer hole through both sides of the blocks. Yeah. I know, road sign. That's. So, yeah. I mean. Good thing we don't have to buy water by the gallon. I'd be in trouble. So yeah, I just a lot of things are changing, but there's a lot of people that are. I've had some recent comments too that they like seeing the old work because nobody else is doing it, which that's fine. But I got to get a few things sold to keep going, to keep doing this, and I don't know. I did the ice mountain. I did the ice mountain. So yeah, it just I don't know. There's just so much to think about, and I seen it happen with my dad. As soon as he didn't have anything to do anymore, he just went downhill. And I'd like to see my grandkids at least graduate. You're right, Calvin. That's about the next step. Tim Allen, the wheelchairs. uh, they can do it to the scooters. Why can't we do it to a wheelchair, right? Really? You can't get anybody to bite on the. Is it for a car or 4x4? Sean? Yeah, everybody wants the 4L60s or 4L80s, and they want all this computer controlled stuff. Yeah, you did see Mountain Dew the other day. Yep. Yep. Banging around in the background. They're not necessarily all mine. I looked at Roger the other day, kind of got a PO'd with him. I said, "What are you bringing all that in here for? We just cleaned the shop out of them. I ain't got no place to put them." "Well, I don't want them." "I don't want them either." I just thinned out the cans. Thinned out the cans and got rid of them, and he goes, cleans out his car and brings them all in. So just because there's pop bottles in the background doesn't mean it's something I did. Right, Paul. It's just no. Everybody's losing the ability to work on the old school stuff. Short shaft, 350. Okay, and it's got a 3,000 stall with it. Oh, wish you weren't so far away, Sean. That would work to go behind the motor to go in either the Camaro or one of the Monte Carlos. That's about 3,000 stall would work too for what I'm planning on. Huh. No miles on it. Ah. You're killing me, Sean. And unless somebody can use an app on their phone to control their car. You know, this computer stuff's nice. It helps the motors get maximum horsepower, but it takes all the thinking out of being in a hot rodder. I just, yeah, we could convert the Camaro to an LS, no problem. But the thing about it is, if I put an LS motor in there, I'm going to get the MSD ignition and a carburetor intake for it. It's still going to have a carburetor or fuel. Well, see again, can't. If I put a fuel injection on it, yeah, just well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Short shaft 350 with a. And what kind of shift kit is in it? Yeah, the old hot rod should have old school stuff in them, not LSs and just. And like Cletus, he got disqualified from competition because the owners came up with a thing to make sure he couldn't compete. So they must have had a local that they had a lot of money on that day and didn't want them to lose. So yeah. Oh, okay. What was that, Matt? Over the. That's fine, Mike. Fine. Oh, I gotta get up and move. Make sure the tablet was charged this time. But, oh, kids. Oh, firewall. Oh, yeah, the firewall. Oh, there she sits. I'm proud of myself after watching that video. Oh, yeah, I disconnected the batteries. I was going, oh, it's dead. No, I disconnected the battery. Yep. The only downfall of the mud. It's trapped in here and makes it hard. Let's see. There we go. Don't like the light out here. It looks like it's kind of cloudy now. Clean the camera, that might help. There you guys. Yeah. Hey, there. That's so cloudy. Hey, Chris. Well, we're doing fair to partly cloudy. With a little chance of rain. Thanks for stopping by, Calvin. Yeah, I might go about another 20 minutes, and I might call it quits for tonight. I don't know, just a lot of stuff been kicking around, and oh yeah, I gotta get my stuff out and CC up a few heads I got here. As one set of heads got to get out, so I want to check the CCs on them. Still having trouble trying to get the 289 in where you pulled out a 302. 289 in where a 302 was. Yo, weren't you having trouble with the torque converter or something hitting on the crankshaft? Chris, I can't remember all the details anymore. That's one reason I don't like the Fords. Oh, that's right. It locks up when you bolt it. Yeah. Torque converter's free when you get the. You sure you got the torque converter in the pump? Maybe that's what you're fighting. If that's sitting out of the pumping, that would be the problem. Unbolted and it spins. Hmm. Okay, so if I you got the tranny actually bolted to the motor, but when you hook up the torque converter, it locks up. Or it's when you bolt the motor and tranny together, it locks up because everything got tight. And if that's the case, if it's okay, hmm, that's why I hated Ford. That's uh yeah, there should be 2 to 3 clicks of that pump going into the pump of the torque converter going into the pump. There should have been 2 or 3 significant clunks when it went in. And if you actually bolted the motor and training together and it got tight, I hate to tell you, you might actually want to pull the tranny out. Okay, so that don't make any sense there. You can get the bell housing bolted to the motor, then you bolt up the torque converter and it won't turn. So prior to you, oh, oh no, you said the whole motor won't turn over. Oh, did you verify the size of the crank hole versus the 302? Yeah, the flywheel might be the same, but your crankshaft holes, because on your torque converter, part of that snout goes into the crankshaft. And if the 289's got a smaller, because some of those older Fords, they had one that was about the size of your pinky, and the other torque converter was about as big as your 2 fingers. So if you got the torque converter with about the 2 finger size, and your crankshaft has the one size of the pinky, it's not going to go together. That's what you could be fighting. This is the fact that the torque converter won't seat into the crankshaft like it's supposed to. You is that all about and what? Well, not necessarily another trans. You need an actual the another torque converter because if you got the motor and tranny bolted together and the torque converter spins, but as soon as you go and bolt the torque converter and flywheel together and it binds, that kind of tells me that you might be dealing with two different size holes in the end of the crankshaft. No, don't feed it any Wheaties. I won't eat Wheaties. Bad enough I ate Rice Krispies. I got the snap crackle pop disease. Yeah. So yeah, there might be. You might have two different. Was the 289 a manual tranny by a chance? Because if you got a pilot bearing into the end of that 289 and you're going into an automatic car, that pilot bearing could be screwing you up and not letting the torque converter go in to where it's supposed to. Okay. I just thought of that. So I don't know if your 289 came out of a manual car. If it did, it could have a throwout bearing or the bearing in the end of the crankshaft. And that could be what's binding you. That could be. 'Cause it actually that 289 should have went in there no problem, but cat, you're noisy. I have a truck with an auto. Well, that you would think. What year 289 did you get? Do you know? I got a feeling that's what you're. It's old. And what year car are you trying to put it into? Yeah, how new a the 65 Mustang? Well, God, you shouldn't have had any trouble. Okay, you might have to verify the crankshafts, see if they're the same. I've had it too, where those two Ford pickups that were made within a few days of each other, and and both the same motor, but I had to swap so much stuff. Oh, I just don't get Ford's thinking on stuff. Well, definitely. Prior to the 70s, it should have been a wham bam swap out job, but okay. So when you say unbolt the motor, is that undoing the tranny, the bell housing bolts, or just unbolting the torque converter? Okay. Oh, so it's locking up when you tighten the bell housing bolts. Okay, if it's locking up when you're tightening the bell housing bolts, that either says the torque converter is out of the pump as is not correctly seated, or the two different crankshafts got the wrong size holes and the torque converter ain't fitting like it's supposed to. Okay, well, you really got me thinking there, Chris. Yeah, something can't be seated all the way like it should be because, uh, but then again, he says the torque converter spins, so that if he's got the bell housing bolts on and that's tight, and the torque converter spins, that tells you it's in where it's supposed to. So as you got to have an issue with the torque converter fitting into the crankshaft is what about the only thing left. It's about the only thing left. And as you tighten the torque converter bolts, you start the one, spin it, go to the next one, get all three of them or four of them in. Uh, didn't Ford's on some of those? It's got this. Does it have the bolt and nut, or does it have the stud and nut on the torque converter? So I had one that I thought I had the studs in the correct holes on the flywheel. Found out I was in the wrong holes, so when I started tightening it up and go to rope bolt to nut, okay, that kind of rules that out. But I had that where I got in the holes and went and they weren't centered. I had all three or four in, and it wouldn't turn over after you did that. That don't make any sense because it should have turned over. Because as you pull it together, you pull it out of the pump a little, so that I mean, if it was spinning before and then you bolt it up and it locks up, that don't make any sense. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I've done. That I know one time we stuck in a bolt that had too big a head, and it would hit on like the camshaft area. Hey, Greg, I was trying to help figure out why a 289 is giving the guy trouble in the motor. Now you haven't missed too much, Mike. Just talking about Fords. Yeah, 289 and where a 302 used to be. It's going into a 65 Mustang. Seems like it puts it in a bind. What he's having trouble is he can get the bell housing bolted to the 289, and as soon as he tightens up the four torque converter bolts, like under a bind and you can't turn it over no more. So yeah, it's binding up. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, as many as those I pulled out of the junkyard, worked at the junkyard, and that. What they say? Oh, you stupid I thought it was Flavo hit me. Chris, you got a good one there. I know on some Fords you had to have the dang torque converter in a certain way before it'd line up and work, tighten up. uh, oh yeah, what size transmission are you using? OC4, okay. And the tranny's a known good working tranny, right? Transmission, I mean. Oh, Greg, he says he get it bolted all up the motor, everything's okay. It's when he goes to tighten up the torque converters when it gets bound up. Yeah, yeah, you do. That's right, Mike. Since you had a three, unless okay, hey, Chris, when you go to bolt that flywheel up to the torque converter, how much travel do you have to go get the torque converter to touch the flywheel? Uh, well, I was wondering if he's got a lot of travel. between the torque converter and flywheel. It pops when I bolt. Mm. I've heard of torque converters swelling up. That's why I'm wondering how far you got. I wonder if you don't have a balloon torque converter. Yeah, I guess you need to look in the end of your 289 crank. Make sure you don't have a throwout bearing in the crank. And that'll be what you hear popping as you're putting pressure on that throwout bearing. Like it's coming back out. As you tighten the bolts on that, do you watch the flywheel pull through the torque converter? Or does the torque converter pull to the flywheel? So you watch the flywheel go, the flex plate go towards the torque converter. Torque converter pulls towards flywheel, but it start as soon as you put one bolt in, it starts sounding like it's got pressure. It's got to be something with the snout on that torque converter and the snout on your crankshaft. There's got to be something's where those are going together. Something's not lining up around. That's true, George. Uh-oh, I knew you were going to be in here. It's the squirrel. She must be home. Mama Bear must have told her. Uh, hey, kid. Hopefully you had fun. It's kind of, say that's your crankshaft and here's torque converter. It should be able to go in like that. Uh, but if your crank is, I'm thinking that's what's happening is your torque converter isn't fitting the crankshaft, or you got a pilot bushing in there. You ate food and you didn't bring me none? Okay, that tells me right there that either when you're bolting it to your flywheel, either the torque converter is not going into the crankshaft. I mean, if it isn't going into the crankshaft, equal something's it. Yeah, I'd the snout or eh, right. Okay, when you put in the first bolt, do you tighten it all the way, or do you get it started, spin it, and get the other three started, and try and draw it down at the same time? What you might want to do is start one, and go 180 from that one and put the other one in and use those two to see if it pulls in straight at the time. If you're trying to tighten one all the way down before having the other three installed, just a couple of threads and you're already having troubles. Yeah. There's a torque converter crankshaft. There's some, yeah, for some reason your torque converter isn't fitting into the crankshaft like it's supposed to. Yeah. If it wasn't for car troubles, we'd all think it was easy. I think I need a scissors. I found a long hair I missed. Squirrel! Fix my hair. Oh. A few threads and it's getting bound up. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I got, okay. Hmm. Well, yeah, it has to be the button on the torque converter's not fitting into the crank like it's supposed to. Well, he removed the 302. He's trying to put this 289 in where the 302 was. And it should go in. I mean, he's dealing with old school stuff. It should have went right in. So, Squirrel, I take your car stayed running for you, huh? The car, it rained and then it started chugging, flashing the check engine light. I think it needs a new coil. I'll get that one of these days. Try and put a what? Oh. Put her in a Vega with 350. I don't think so. Hmm. So yeah, Chris, I wish I was closer. I'd come over and we'd yeah, there you go. Change it. Uh, Make it a manual tranny. uh, hey, by chance, did you happen to have a yeah, I just had a memory. Come on down for. Hey, Chris, when you pulled out the 302 and the 289, was there a motor plate between the two? And did you happen to remember to put that thin piece of metal back in there between the transmission and the motor? Because if you're getting it down to where it's getting okay, well then that kills that idea. I'm gonna say like the last Ford I did, they got everything together and then they're like, how important is that metal? Well, that okay, you got that in there, so All right, there went that idea. His dog. Uh, yeah, okay. Well, that's what he's dealing with is a 289 out of a truck going into a Mustang. So you're saying it won't be the first time I've heard of this. Since you're having the snout, when you leaving a what have you tried? I mean, this is a. I mean, oh, all right, there's your fix. Just start working on the Chevy. No, just for um an experiment before you tear it all apart. Say you take two flat washers and add that between the flywheel and the torque converter, and when if you do that to all four bolts, and you can actually get the bolts tightened down and it stays moving, that will definitely tell me there is a trouble with the button on the torque converter going into the crankshaft. As if you put two flat washers in there on each bolt, uh, I would try shimming the between the flywheel and the torque converter with two or three washers. Start with two and go to the point. See how many it takes before you can shim the flywheel and the torque converter. And if you have to start adding like four washers to each bolt so it doesn't bind up, then yeah, then you know the snout of the torque converter is not going into the crankshaft like it's supposed to. You can't if you have to add four washers to that. That'll tell you how much of an interference fit you're having with the torque converter. And if you add four washers, that's not going to have your torque converter out of the pump far enough. It would be too tight, but at least that would tell you what's going on. Yeah, so I mean, if you add two washers and it stays free, you could run it that way. But if you have to add three or more washers before you can tighten down the bolts and keep it turning, that will tell you what's going on. So yeah, yeah. I mean, it would give you an idea whether you know you got to pull the motor or if you got to pull the training and find a different torque converter. I've been down that road. I fought that stuff, and you're making me think of stuff I further than 20 years ago back that I used to mess with, and working at the junkyard and doing that stuff. You start figuring out ways. I can't on a Chevy. I know you could go. You can. They've got some pretty hefty shims, but on the Fords, I don't remember how much you got to come out because if you keep the torque converter too far in, that pushes pressure on the front pump too. So yeah. if, if you find out that you got to shim it up, then that tells you the torque converter button isn't fitting into the crankshaft, and maybe you do have a or pilot bushing in the crank, and that's what's interfering with everything. I know some of those Ford torque converters are funky on their damn They did like the camshafts. Small bearing in the back, big bearing in the front. I got that learning lesson real quick on a Ford once too. I had to put the cam bearings in. I'm like, why don't these fit? Oh, the guys, well, where are you trying to put them? I said, what do you mean where you trying? That was many, many years ago. I think I was still in high school when I was trying that. So I think Ford does the same thing on the torque converter. Smaller part in and bigger part towards the outside. So oh, Sean. Yeah, I think that's what he means, George. But prior before both Dad's a Ford guy, yeah. Uh, Prior to bolting up the torque converter, it spins in there after the bell housing is bolted up. But as soon as he bolts the torque converter up, it locks up. Yeah. Same trans, different engine. Yep. We're not even in the June, and the skies are staying light. I tried seeing how much, do the shim test to see how many washers it takes before you can still freely turn everything, and then you can adjust there. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Dan. I think it's that torque converter button is not. That's why I work on Chevy. I think you said the motor locks up too with once you do that, right? Is what you're saying, Chris? Yeah. Yeah. As soon as he tightens up the torque converter, it locks up the motor too, George. That's what I'm thinking. There's a pilot bushing into that crankshaft, and that's what's giving him fits. Yes, it locks it after he bolts up the torque converter, George. It locks up the motor. Prior to that, the torque converter will spin, the motor will spin. But as soon as he locks the two of them together, it locks up and stops rotating. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think roadside that there's a bushing into the end of the crankshaft. Yeah, Chris, I bet you because you said that 289 came out of a truck, right? Back in the day, they didn't worry about the cost of that little bushing. If there was a chance that 289 could have ended up into a manual tranny truck, it could have the pilot bushing, but it got put onto an automatic. So they didn't back in the day like that. They didn't worry about this motor's never going to see a manual, so we ain't going to make the provisions for the manual. Back then, they kind of made them all fit one vehicle, and so it may have a bushing in it. And if there is a brass bushing in it, find a wooden dowel that almost fits it, pack that bushing full of grease and beat the wooden dowel into the grease, and it will hydraulic drive it out. Okay. I almost guarantee you got a pilot bushing in your crankshaft. Almost. I ain't got any money to lose, otherwise I would. uh, I guarantee if I bet on it, it wouldn't. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, if you got a scope, push the torque converter back, get up there and see if you can see. And if you see a bushing in your crankshaft, then you know what you got to do. Yeah. Yeah, I rent one from Advance. Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. But if that bushing's in there, it may be cock as he tightens down that bolt. The bolts on the torque converter, it might make it start binding, and it tips and it locks on the pump and locks everything up. So without that bushing in there, then it'll pull down, and the torque converter will stay square. Like I said, everything I pulled apart at the junkyard and put back together there when I worked there. Ford, like I said, well, since he's got the nut bolt set up on the old Ford, that's before they started clocking those damn studs that the torque converter would only fit one way. Yeah, I hated that. I hated. Oh, then you're sitting there trying to get the motor down in. You think you got it, go to bolt it up. Nope, you got to unbolt everything, pull the motor back again, and yeah. That's why I have no hair left. Worked on Fords too much. That one stupid hair is driving me nuts. Missed it. Ah, found it. There we go. Yeah. Dan, I think I'm older than you, so you're not old yet. I think. Oh yeah, I definitely gonna have. I keep my hat on. It's nice to be able to have a hat on, bend over, do something, and not have to catch the hat while you're trying to do whatever you're doing. Oh, I burnt my head a couple of years ago. I don't want to do that. I don't think I could handle another brain fry like that. Get out the old turtle wax and the car polisher. Oh, yeah, I don't want the pressure steam the fluid in my head to start boiling and pop my head. That would be a bad day. Might be a little painful before the. Oh, I knew a guy years ago got a haircut like this in the morning, and he went and played 18 holes golf, and they ended up calling the ambulance for him because they thought when his skin went from here down over his eyes was a bad thing. Finally, yeah, he blistered the top of his head, and by the time they got him in the ambulance, the skin on his scalp and that fluid was draping down over his eyes. Yeah, he was in pretty bad shape for a while. Yeah, ball shiner. My luck had grabbed the one strand of hair and pull me in. Yeah, that guy. He. I think he spent that whole summer inside because yeah, he basically melted the skin right off the top of his head. Oh God, jeez. Oh, that'd be on hurt. That would. So yeah, I think I'm going to check into doing what the legalities about doing a raffle and that. I guess if I raffled off a motor, would anybody actually be interested? I mean, I don't know if anybody would really be interested. So I guess I'll do a little more checking into that, see what I can come up with. Like I said, I want to keep going on something, but this week's weather means I'm going to be inside. And unfortunately, pick it up. Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, that one. Well, I guess that one there, I'd start doing my die grinding work and that on, but I really don't want to start on that. But 383, I still can't bring myself to grind on the rods that I have. I'd like to get the correct rods. At 377, I'm going to have to get another set of heads done up. The ones I wanted to use are not going to give me the compression I wanted for that 377. Come on, stand up. You did it before. Really? You're going to be. Oh, come on. Still too high. Come on. Hey. So yeah. There we go. So yeah, everything's just kind of like I said. I got 3 sets of heads. I want to double check the CCs on before I send the set out and make sure he's getting what he wanted. So boy, that's a hell of a place to end up putting your bowls. I'd hate to. Oh, stupid onions. Yeah, maybe he was putting his club in the wrong hole. Better than Asper. Oh God, yeah, yes, definitely, definitely. Instead of taking the club to the car, she just stuffed his balls in his pipe. Oh, yeah, I had to get off my regular chair. I had to come out and sit on the soft one. Yeah, I'd like to have the 383 running and see how that sounds. I got a couple more sets of heads to convert over the screw-in studs. But now I got one 400 block pan. I can do that. I know my noisy chair. It's been a while. I thought I was going to be able to start doing live streams at home again. I'm back to where I can't watch a live stream at home. That internet and Tom bites. Ah, as Gabriel would say, kills it all. I get around to being able to do some body work. Anybody interested in watching that? Because, like I said, the gray truck here, I got to do inner and outer rockers. I think I still got the part number for the one that you got to go to GM to get the piece so you can have the rebuild the inner and outer rockers like they're supposed to be. I think Matt, you sent me that. I got a nice welder. I got a roll of O23 wire. So I want to get some practice in on my pickups and then start on the Camaro. And that's where I'm kind of at right now. If I'm not going to do any more motor builds, I'm about ready to clean this building out and get a Camaro or one of the Monte Carlos in here and start just pick a spot and start doing the body work to the car. Just don't strip. Oh no, I'm not. No. It's bad enough when. What the heck did I do? I got a side view look of me in my bibs. I'm like, oh hell no. It was 90 degrees, and I go into the parts store to get what I need to fix Snowball, and I had a sweatshirt on. Oh, that's when I got in the pickup. I seen the review mirror. I'm like, oh hell no. I put my sweatshirt on. I walked in. I said, I'm not cold, but I don't have a shirt. All I got on is my bibs. And as Gabriel Iglesias says, when they did that water slide, they were some sexy bitches. I ain't no sexy bitch, but. I don't even. I think. Yeah, yeah. No, no holy bibs. No, I don't even like wearing them anymore. Father Rod. Oh God. Yeah, I know. Uh, when I sit here and do from the chest up, I don't feel like I'm that bad. When I get a full body view, I'm like, oh crud. I was like, yeah. Somebody said, oh, you don't need the rec center to lose weight. Oh, wait, I do because the rec center helps me walk and get them moving around because I don't have weight on my knees and my hips and everything. But yeah, took the boat out today. Hopefully, it stayed on top of the water. Hey, did you know there's more submarines in the water than there are planes in the air? That's a good day when you can take a boat out and it comes back in one piece. 427s. Oh, really? Hey, I think I do qualify for AARP. You know, the funny thing is, now I qualify for it, and I don't get any of that stuff in the mail. When I did qualify for it, they were sending it to me all the time. Uh, oops. Yeah, I don't think anybody'd miss me though, Mike. That's the problem. Skipper and Marianne and all them, they were looking for them. I go missing and to be like, no big loss. Yeah, New World. Ah, I have to look up the too many letters for me. Golden Cardinal. What kind of place is that, Mike? Oh man. Yeah, when Gabriel drunk texts his wife or son or stepson, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mom and Bear really can't do puppies either. I mean, as much as we cut down to eating and we're still big, what the hell? Why? We got a place called around here called Pizza Ranch. Uh, their pizzas are okay, but the dang salad bar the one time got me. Oof, that didn't go well. Ah, just go with the flow, Mike. Like I said, squirrel's biggest complaint is the fact I took so much of my beard off. I wasn't planning. I was trying to give it a trim, and then I slipped and I took a big chunk out. I'm like, crap. There's no fixing that now. Yeah, I didn't realize how great my beard was until I trimmed it. Yeah. Where's that just for men hair color? And I'm about ready to dye my beard. I ain't this old yet. Oh God, no! I'm not shaving my beard all off again. No. Uh. Uh. I did not like that look at all. Oh, I just gotta take a little bit off around your mouth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of surgery. She just was taking it all off that day. Well, hey, Kurt, how you doing? Hey, there's an idea. Roadside, forget the comb over. Just keep this shaved off and let the beard grow. Grow good, good. One time I had my head bald, completely bald, my face bald, and it scared a lot of people. It sure cuts down the time in the bathroom taking and washing your hair, that's for sure. Body wash, rag, done. Hair, soap, scrub, rinse. Yep, find more soap, rinse. And get out, try and comb the shit. Yank, yank, yank. Yeah, this way. Towel, done. Out of here. Saves on combs too, yeah. Want to know the funny? Still got it in my pocket. Oh, oh, mama. Holy crap, mama. You've damn near been with me half my life. That's a scary way to look at it. Holy crud. So anybody in your family that could tell you about your history? Yeah. My wife knows more about me than I do. Shower isn't friendly. That, oh. Well, if it ain't husky friendly, I'm sure as hell no, it ain't no fluffy friendly then. My beard used to be red as red could be. This is what kids do to you. Yes, squirrel. Oh, you've been pretty good. Oh yeah, graduation. There's a lot of traffic going by. Not that we have anybody out here, but a lot of traffic. Yeah, everybody always thought I was dyeing my beard because I had the bright red beard and blonde white hair, and yeah, yes, she has. So if somebody would have said I've been with her 24 years, I don't know. Nah, nah, I'm not gonna be no Blackbeard. You had the block. Uh, I don't have anything at the machine shop right now. Our wedding was at the Justice of Peace there, roadside. Yeah, Frank, I don't have anything at a machine shop right now. Thank you. Thank you there, Frankie. Yeah, I haven't taken anything to the machine shop. I'm just like I said, I'm just sitting here. I do have some 4-volt mains. I got more, and I got some late model blocks, 1-piece rear seals. Everything I'm trying to build right now is all pretty much all the machine work's done. It's just props in them. Ah, I kind of started learning about boats when one of my friends had one. It's amazing what the different props will do. Holy jeepers! Kind of miss him when that boat. That was kind of fun. I forgot about that. That was a motor I built about the same time as the one I just pulled out. That makes it hard to move through the water if it's cavitating like that. No, I never. The only boat engines I messed with was what. The only boat motors I've messed with were V8 Chevys. Used to do a lot of small engine stuff, but I never got into the boats, motorcycles, and ATVs. About the only thing I really haven't worked on. It's all quiet here for once. Ouch! Getting dark finally. Yeah, like I said, got the gray truck up. I got battery. I don't think we lost. No, I've got battery, so. Okay, we're back in here. Oh my! There, now I can see the comments while having to reach for the screen all the time. Need to get up and move anyway. Huh. It's cold. And here's a little neat chart for you guys. I'll cover their name, but if you ever working on your motors, and that's with a lube on them, found that little chart. Cool. Back up so I don't lose it. Oh, he's looking. Oh, he's looking for some old NLA parts. No longer available stuff. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Here's the closest thing to a. Mama Bear's in here. She'll probably kill me, but here's about the closest thing you're going to get to a wedding picture. That's in the old shop that I had. That's me. And that little blonde gal there is Mama Bear. Full of fire, she is. Mama Bear, if you're there you go. I've still got that picture. God, man. Yep, your lizard shirt. Took me a while to figure out her lizard shirt. Once I did, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Since I'm spoiling. And then there she is hiding under the dog. That was my 3/4 wolf. One of my 3/4 wolves. He was a damn good dog. Put it this way, the coyote hunters and the wolf hunters and that would come by and make sure he was home before they went and shot at what they were chasing. That was a good dog. Damn good dog. No, that was back when that was I had blue jeans on. I was when I was wearing blue jeans then. That was one of my favorite work shirts too, man. Yeah, she's never been one to really have her picture taken. That's oh, Mama, I forgot how much hair you had. I don't. Kind of wish we had. Yeah, you were. So was I. I was in a lot better shape back then too. Yeah, the cancer and the radiation. Yep. And for the ones that are new here too, I'll just show you this. Where I'm sitting, that's where that's my oldest. That's the one that has given us our 3 grandchildren. That is what I cleaned up on the farm, and that's my old engine shop. And this slab right here is the old garage, and that's where I am at right now. Oh, and then I've talked about the iron pile. That iron pile there filled 1.5 bed semi. So yeah, I cleaned up a lot of stuff off this farm. Yeah, Frankie. Hopefully it goes good for your friend there, Mike. Yeah, 18 years ago was when Mama Bear had the radiation. And it's hard to believe that 9/11 happened 18 years ago, coming up on 18 years ago already. It don't seem fathomable that that's already celebrating 18-year anniversary. Crazy. And if Squirrel's watching, I'm going to. Yep. The Squirrel's watching. There's a baby picture I've threatened to send in for school for you. That is Squirrel, guys and gals. There you go. There's the little squirrel. That's still a good picture of her. That was 8/14 of 2001's the date on that picture. Yep. Just shy of a month before 9/11. So yeah, Squirrel, there's your picture for school. That's about the youngest baby picture we got. Until I get on the old computer and see if you're on there digitally. There you go, Mike. Well, in a month's time, you'll know how things are going for your friend. Oh man, and going to church kind of makes me. There's think today was during the greeting of the people today. One of the members come up to me, which has been friends a long time. She had a sack, and she says, "Oh, it's going through Mom's house." And I don't know if Chris is here anymore or not. She said, "Well, we're going through Mom's things now," and she said, "I found something that your mom made." And I didn't even remember Mom making these, but my mom used to crochet comic can rabbits back in the day. Yeah, comic cans. She had so many rabbit orders for her comic can rabbits that we were seriously talking to the comic company to see about just buying few cases of their uh, comic cans. That's how many we had comic coming out her, but we were giving it away and we couldn't get rid of it fast enough. Anyway, the gal opened it up, and here was one of my mom's crocheted butter bowl dishes that she made a crocheting and decoration around on it, and they even had the handmade by Ardeen Bettine on the bottom of it. So that's going back to when I was a kid. That's before my driver's license. So yeah, kind of got a little calling card from Mom today at church. So yeah, yeah, the healthcare system is nothing to brag about here. That's for sure. Unless you're a millionaire, then they'll take care of you. If you ain't got $1 million, forget it. They ain't taking care of you. Not me, not this time. Yeah, going to church, you never know what to expect. And today it was kind of a good one. Sean says he did. Oh man. All right, Dave. Yeah, you take care. Oh, we have hit the 3 hour mark. I didn't plan on doing 3 hours tonight, but it has. Yeah, I know. Canada ain't much better either. Oh, they'll take care of you, but you got to live long enough to get it in to see the doctor. Yeah. I don't know. You still in here, Paul? We were talking about the drag races you went to. Oh, that might have been what. Here, my phone's been going off and I didn't even know it. Take care, Dave. Okay. Oh! Come on. That'd be a nice little project. That's going to be a fun one, Greg. Just a, yeah. I just happened to pick up my phone and seeing I had a message. I got it on silent, so I didn't hear anything while I'm doing the live show. Yeah, I'm still live. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a jingle when I get done. Yep, I did. Alrighty. Get back. Uh, and then I had one from Matt. Let's see what we got from Matt. Ooh, what the heck? Oh, Matt, why didn't you tell me? Ah, let me guess. Chris is gone. Hey, Chris, are you in here? Ah, I wish I. Now you should have told me you sent that. I guess there you go. It just uh, talks about the issue with the Fords. Okay. All right, Frank. You okay? You taking off, Frankie? Okay. Uh, yeah, I've built a couple of big blocks. I got the bill. They should be in a playlist on my homepage if you're still here. You want to see some big blocks, but okay, Paul. Cool. I was telling him about that arm drop raceway earlier. Oops, there's the onions. I know my numbers got to be high. Try and fix that tomorrow. Garage fell on it. Oh, that car looks pretty good for it. Well, the Camaro had a machine shed fall down on that. It got two dents, one in the fender and one in the rear quarter. My buddy's Cutlass next to it, the roof got taken down to the seat. All right, Sean, you take care. Don't name it after me. Yeah, so the Camaro got damn lucky too. Overloaded snow load on a machine shed and the roof come down. Luckily, when my buddy put it in the machine shed to try and protect it, he put it up against the wall and his cutlass was closer to the middle and his cutlass got the raw end of the deal. So yeah, Camaros had one hell of a life. Kind of like Mama Bear. Yeah, that Camaro has been in a small fender bender when it was new. And then it's been a drag car, it's been a street car, it's been left setting, it's been put back together. That poor car, and the odometer on it should be original mileage, and I don't think that car's got 80,000 miles on it yet. Like I said, if I ain't going to do any more motor work, I'm going to get into doing the body work on this stuff, and I'm going to empty out the shop and change over and get it to where we can start welding and grinding and making sparks. Oh yeah, I moved the file. I say I could show you a picture of the Camaro when it was original. I used to have two pictures, but I think somebody stole the second picture. It's gone. Yeah, the Camaro that we're trying to fix up was a California Z28 T-top Camaro with a 305 in it. 305's long gone. So this is original Cheney. Yep, California Z. With a ton of Iowa rust. Hey, Rodney. Where did you sneak in? Race junk. That'd be cool. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say if you guys want. Yeah. The Camaros were a good, fun car. Looking back on all the Camaros I had, I should have kept them all, every single one of them. I know they were going to get this valuable later in life. I would have held on to them. And I would have kept cars more number matching. Except for the Monte Carlos. That V6 229 I had, no, that was going to go. No matter what. Fight at NASCAR. Oh boy. Racing all over is getting messed up. Racing all over is getting messed up. Yeah, NASCAR's not the same. It, like they say, it died the day Dale died. Oh, before the race. Oh boy. Well, the problem is you don't have everybody's made equal. I mean the guys doing the little tricks of hiding extra fuel in the roll cage pipes and doing their little cheats here and there. That's what made racing racing. That was fun. I mean, you rung what you brung. Yeah. Yeah. Well, where's the app? Can't I just hit autopilot and let it go around? Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, and put a joystick in it. Then they probably could drive it. What do you mean I got to put my foot on the accelerator and make it go? Ain't there a button for that? Oh, yeah. I kind of miss it. Don't. Unless you got a good sponsor, yeah, the racing world today is not like it used to be, right? Yeah, I know the cops. I mean, no wonder kids get in so much trouble nowadays. They can't go have any fun and blow any steam off without being under the threat of being arrested and hauled to jail or car impounded. No, I think it's cool. The one thing I think that's cool right now is being able to watch Nick's Garage from Canada, that Pennzoil commercial with his motor in it. That's a cool thing. Know that fellow YouTuber's motor got put in a commercial that's being seen everywhere. Uh, so Pennzoil is being made out of natural gas now, I guess. Well, guys, I know some of you just got here, but we're heading for 3 hours and 15 minutes, and I guess go home and see Mama Bear for a little bit longer if she hasn't fallen asleep on me. But I'm gonna shut down, get out of here, go home, and get up and see what tomorrow brings. Thanks for coming by, Kurt. Nice talking to you too. Hopefully it stays dry. And hopefully our temps go back up, but not to 90. So, yeah, if you guys got any ideas on what to do with this motor I saved, thank you, Matt. Probably should congratulate her to 24 years putting up with me. So, thank you, Ken. Thank you. You call that a sweet tweet? Yeah. I can't talk. So, everybody, y'all take care. Seeing what videos I can get out this week. And, yep, 24 years is a long time, bud. And sad thing is, not many of this day and age can say that anymore. So, so everybody, have a good one. Talk to you in the week. So, see you later.